Are you currently a teacher working in a school and have a Facebook account? Facebook can be a wonderful tool for staying in touch with family, friends. A lot of schools use it as a communication tool with the community, so you might have to be involved with it in that way. Sometimes groups that you're a part of or different organizations that you might be involved with use Facebook. It's a great communication tool, and I love using it to stay in touch with all my family and friends. However, I am not a fan, and many people are not a fan of their privacy settings, because to them, they want all of your information. And they've got a lot more than you probably realize. So if I could get off of Facebook right now, I would absolutely do it. But because of all the friends and family and the different groups I'm involved with and how they use it, you've just got to kind of suck it up and stay with it. However, there's some privacy settings that you can change in Facebook to help you combat what people can and can't see in your account. Now, the one thing I learned in getting ready for this video is you may want to go in occasionally and check out your settings, because my account was completely locked down where if you weren't friends with me, there is nothing that you could see in my account. The only way you could see any of my posts, anything I liked, or anything I've done is by being a friend with me. Lo and behold, when I logged in to look at my privacy settings, all of it was set to public, so everybody could see everything. So it's something I would probably get in the habit of checking a couple of times a year. Just go in and quickly take a peek at your privacy settings to make sure an update they pushed out didn't adjust all those settings and revert them back to being public. Just probably good best practices just to peek in occasionally, because there's some things I don't want my current students to see under my Facebook. It's nothing I necessarily do. I don't do much that would involve anything really inappropriate, but sometimes you might have a crazy family member or a crazy friend, maybe from the past. I don't know if I have any of those, but they may post some things you just don't want your students to necessarily see right away. Former students, I love being friends with them, and it's fun to see how they're advancing through life and all those great things and stay in touch with them. But current students, it can get a little sketchy sometimes, especially with some of the posts I know that get attached to my account through what friends of mine post and things like that. Just things you don't want them to see. So this video is just going to be a real quick one, going through to show you how to adjust those settings and what settings you want to adjust, because you don't want those people seeing those things. And you do want to be very careful as a teacher in what you post to Facebook. You want to use all the different social media platforms that are out there, but you do want to at least keep in mind that there's some things you do need to take that little extra precaution with. And I would go through, if you use Twitter, Instagram, any of those social media platforms, just go through and check your privacy settings. Facebook tends to have the most expansive privacy settings, and you really do need to be careful with which settings are checked and tweaked and adjusted. So in this video, I am going to go through and show all those different settings really quickly and what you should set for those. Before we jump in, please take a moment to help support my channel and hit that subscribe button down below. And right next to that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that little bell button so you can get the notifications for all my new videos as they get posted. And also, while you're down there, if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to post them. I do read and respond to all the comments below. Sometimes it helps spark a future video. Sometimes you might be asking for some more clarification, and I can either go into further detail in the comment, or if it just needs its own video, I'll go ahead and make a whole nother video based around that comment. I love doing stuff like that. I'm here to try to help you out. So I'm always looking for more ideas. And if you do have any ideas, please leave them in the comments below, or you can hit me up at adamontech.com, where you can submit questions through my website directly. Otherwise, let's jump into Facebook. So let's jump into my browser, and we'll go to facebook.com. Now you're going to see all your stuff on the screen. In order to get to your privacy settings, you want to click on that little arrow icon in the top right that says account when you hover over it. And you want to go down to settings and privacy, and then click on settings. From here on the left hand side, you're going to see the privacy icon. Go ahead and tap on that. And if you scroll through here, it's going to give you all sorts of different things. You can check some of your important settings, you can manage your profile, and just learn more about the privacy settings. But honestly, these ones in the next few rows are the ones that are really important. So the first one is who can see future posts. This won't change anything that happened in the past, but it will change anything you do in the future. So if you want to make a change to that, you just click on the edit button. And from here, you can choose a few different options. Public means anybody can see what you post. Friends means only your friends can see it. You can do friends except certain people. You can do only me and really keep it private. So those are your different options. I would suggest friends because you just want your friends to be able to see those things. So I'm going to hit close because I already have it that way. You can review all your posts and things that you're tagged in to see those things. You can limit the audience for posts you've shared with friends and friends are public. Then the next thing is you can choose who can see the people, pages, and lists that you follow on Facebook. Again, I would keep most of these as friends. So when I click at it, click on friends, it's going to give you those same options. Make sure it doesn't say public. If you scroll down a little further, who can send you friend requests? So I'm going to set that to everyone. I don't know why I had that changed, but I want anybody to be able to send me a friend request. Who can see your friends lists? I'm going to change that to friends, because I only want friends to see who's on my friends list. Who can look you up using the email address that you use to create your Facebook account? That's up to you. Who can look you up by using your phone number? Again, up to you. I don't mind. My phone number is public as a teacher. I make sure everybody has that available, especially because I do a lot of road trips with the music groups I travel with. I'm a coach, so I kind of need my number out there a bit, so I don't mind if people are able to search me that way. Do you want search engines outside of Facebook to be able to link to your profile? That's completely on you. I have all these other settings set to friends, so there's not much they could see. About the most they could do is use the search engine to search for me and then friend me. So I really don't mind those things. And then they've got some settings for your different message requests. So people with your phone number, can they chat you up? Friends of friends on Facebook. And again, you can change all these options based on what you want. So it takes you through and you can change all these settings. And that's it for your privacy settings. There is not much to it, but they are extremely important because if you don't want certain people seeing certain posts that you've created and made or friends have made on your timeline, this is where you can change all of that. And as soon as you go through, it will save it. There's no kind of general save all at the bottom. Once you go into one of these settings, hit edit, change it, it will just save it. So you're good to go. So once you're all set here, you can jump back out and you are good to go. So I know today's video is a really short one, but I think it's super, super, super important. As a teacher, you want to be very careful what people can and can't see. It's just one of those things that goes along with the career, and it's just something you need to be cautious about. A lot of school districts have their own policies on what they expect of staff members and how they use the different social media systems. So I would make sure you consult that and just look over to make sure you are following those guidelines. Most schools that I know of, including our district, we encourage staff to use social media. It's a great way to meet other teachers, other experts in our field, learn new things that we can use in the classroom. A lot of times what people will suggest, if you really want to get into that thing where you're posting information for your students, is that you create a separate personal and a separate professional account. So you can kind of keep those two things separate. And that's a great trick, whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the different systems that are out there, is if you're going to do something that's more professional and you do want other professionals to be able to see it, just create that separate account and that'll help you out a ton. Again, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to leave them down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all my latest tutorials. Otherwise, this is Adam on Tech, signing off.